right, people. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Let's get into our halftime reaction, shall we? Turn the volume down just a titch. Voila. How we doing? How we doing? Wait, hold on. 1 second. Hold on. Hold everything. We're not ready. We're not ready. Okay, yeah, we're ready. All right, hello everybody. Hello everybody, welcome back, welcome back. Is it working? Did it work? Did it work? Hello? Hello? Hello, there's a pizza on your car. Hello? I think it worked. Hold on, let me refresh the stream here. Hello? 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 Alright, it's working. It's working. It's working. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. This is GVS. This is my halftime reaction to the Knicks being up 64-57 on the San Antonio Spurs. Right now, in the series as a whole, the Knicks lead the series 2-0 after a dominant Game 1 win and escaping the clutches of San Antonio, a 1-point victory in Game 2. Right now, what a big talking point that people are talking about is Jalen Brunson. A couple possessions before halftime, we're probably sitting around the 3-minute mark, 4-minute mark. Brunson took a charge from Castle, and then he fell down awkwardly, and then he was, grimacing, grabbing at his lower back, and people have been talking about that. And I'm just going to be honest. I think Brunson flopped a little bit. I think this is kind of a thought that I have with hockey when watching hockey. If you see a player brace for impact when they're hitting the ground, you can tell that it's a little bit more okay. They know what's coming versus them just flopping around and stuff. And as you could see, Brunson was flopping. The heat check has been, dialed up to an 11 this whole game. I mean, we had Brunson, getting in the face of the ref after Wembanyama grabbed the back of his neck. We had Cornette and Hart kind of going at it. Hart gave him a little shove. The physicality is there. Now, it was nothing was like thrown at Castle for the charge. I don't think there were any penalties. I think it's a good, not clean, but it's one of those, hey, he's going to drive through. You're flopping. Like, I think that's what the ref ended up calling, but it's not like it has any big impact on this game or how this game is going to end. So let's talk about the first half and things that stood out in the first half. The Spurs, like a lot of games that have happened before, Spurs got off to a very hot start, but then started to slow down a little bit. There's been a huge, I don't know if it's a 15-point swing, 16, 17-point swing, but there has been a swing in regards to how much the Spurs were up by. I believe they were up by 7, and then now they're down by 7. But I think the point could have been, which is where the 14 number comes into play, because they're up by 4. They were up by 7 or 8, and now they're down by 7. So that's where that number comes into play. And then, what was the reason to this? People started hitting some threes there towards the end of the first half. Josh Hart, huge impact on this first half. Now, hopefully he can keep it rolling. His points, you look at the other 2 games and how many points he scored all game. Not like this. He's been very impressive. Jalen Brunson getting things involved. I believe one of these was one of the last threes in before halftime. I think OG hit another one. No, it was Hart. My bad. My bad. He hit another one. Yeah, he's been having a hell of a game. We look at the bench points, as we can still see it's still 10, and then the bench points over here still 11. So nothing too crazy. Yeah, 5 plus 6, 11. Champagny, he's got to show up, man. 3 points, not good enough. And this 3 was at the very beginning of the game. Wembanyama getting involved. Ever since we were talking about him having 9 points, he's been able to gather a couple more points. He missed his shot there at the very end of the half before, with the final buzzer sounding. He has not... It's not like he's been horrible at shooting. He's just like, look at Castle, look at Fox. Other players have shot the ball. It's not like he's been super, nope, give me the ball, everybody get out of the way. So there's that. What else? Castle, he's had a 3 in this. He's had a couple tough layups. No calls for penalties on like, hey, we got an N1 right here. Oh, there's an aerial shot. Wow, I am so surprised how clean the streets are. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like they have blocked off. They have blocked off all of New York here. Hold on. Where's let me pull up a photo of Madison Square Garden. Yep, there we go. It's already top of the food chain, man. All right. Where is the aerial view? Okay. So this is what it would look like on a normal day, sort of. Hold on, it's super laggy, super behind. Hold on, give it 2 more seconds. Why are you taking so long? Come on. I could call the Madison Square Garden right now. I could be like, hey, who's winning the game? Is Brunson hurt? No, I don't think Brunson's hurt. No, I think Brunson sold it a little bit to get the foul, but then it didn't work. But no, I don't think Brunson's... Oh, that's a cool photo. Look at that. The building up. That's such a cool photo. Too bad it's all blurry as shit. Okay, here... no. Here's another photo. Look at these big 7-foot, 8-foot tall black fences that are just chain link around. Like, they have blocked everything off. Like, with seeing just like tourists and people and fans and stuff walking, that's not what outside of, like, everybody. Let me show you Central Park. Okay, so they have moved Central Park to MSG. Let's see how far of a distance it is. I thought everything was within walking distance in New York. What the hell is this like? No, they've pushed everybody over there, which is kind of funny. But there's part of Central Park. Okay, cool. Back to Madison Square Garden. Sky view. Ooh, okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we're talking. So, yeah, all of this blocked off. All of this blocked off. All of this street down here blocked off. Like, all of it has been blocked off. I think it said 5 blocks. And so they don't want you anywhere near. They're like, Gotham City, we can't lose the city. Like, all of it is just walled off. You have to... I don't know. Where's some other cool shots? Well, this is a pretty cool shot. But yeah, they were talking about 5 blocks. So here's 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, but they were talking about just like walling it off and stuff. And it's surrounded the perimeter with like fences and stuff. Where's the park from here? Aerial shot, New York. Oh, here we go. Oh, so Madison Square Garden's probably somewhere down in there, but then they're all over here. Oh, okay. But, anyways. Oh, and then also another thing to end, like, what we saw with the first half with the Knicks and the Spurs is the Spurs went cold again. And the Knicks went on like an 8-0 run to end the first half as well, with Hart and Brunson's back-to-back threes, and the Spurs just didn't do anything, and so that's why the score is sitting at 64-67. First half reaction, if I'm to give a whole reaction and just kind of give my thoughts to, hey, what the heck am I looking at? What do we see? What do we see out here? I would say just it's a close game. It's still a close game. I know that it's harder to try to evaluate stuff considering like when I've been following and watching it, because we had the moment of like, okay, this is when Castle's starting to take over the game. Okay, this is when Hart's starting to take over the game. Okay, this is when Cat's starting to take over the game. Each and every single player during timeout transitions have had their own moment of taking over this game and getting themselves involved in it. But then overall, like having talked and covered the whole game, I kind of can't put my thumb on, bam, right here. This was the turning. This is where the game turned, because again, we're still in the first half. If we've watched the Stanley Cup Final or the first 2 games of this, we know the game's not over, and it's nowhere near being over. We'll know, and we'll have a grasp on who's winning this game sometime towards the end of the third quarter, maybe if it turns into a blowout. And if not, then we're going to head to the fourth quarter, because when the Knicks won game 1, guess what? The Spurs were up by like, didn't they have like a 15-point lead or something like that? There's like a 28-point swing or something in that game where they fought all the way back. They went on their huge, they went on an 11-0 run, and then they went on, and the other thing too on why, here we go. Here's another reason why. I haven't even mentioned this, my bad. 42 points to 24. That's another big reason why the Knicks are up as much as they are and why they have the lead. They've been able to capitalize tremendously, sinking the 3, which last time we checked in, it was only 5. They only made 5, and now they've made only 6. But like, look how many more 3s they've shot versus 8 for 17. Okay, 2 more. That's not 58, 53. Oh, their shooting percentage was better. It was significantly better than the Knicks, and now it's a lot worse. Well, okay, by 5%. That's 5% is 5%. That's not much. All right, let me look at the chat, guys. I haven't looked at the chat in a minute. Who we got? Ooh, I see some votes. We're split 50-50 between the Spurs and the Knicks, guys. Be sure to let me know who you got winning this one. I didn't answer yet. I don't think Brunson's hurt. I do think he flopped a little bit on that. But yeah, guys, be sure to let me know who you got winning the game. OG Obano. Yeah, we haven't talked about OG yet. He's had a good game. 17 points so far, shooting 5 for 6. That's good. 2 for 3 on the 3 ball, so that's actually really good. He's had a quiet, super efficient game. Cat. Well, since we talked about him in the second quarter, he hasn't really done too much. Bridges as well. Dude, look at Bridges. 0 points, man. 0 points. He's got to get involved in this game. I don't know how. I don't know when. But he's got to get involved because, look at that. Zeros. Zeros all the way across the board. Now, this could turn into something where we clown on him like we clown on Chet, where it's like, oh, man. Maybe the game's not coming to him. You know what I mean? That is a very real possibility that the game just hasn't come to him yet. But as we start the second half, it is 57-64. The Knicks went on a 10-1 run at the end of the first half. All right, guys, we are gonna end we're not gonna end the whole stream. Nah, not even a little bit. But for the shorts end, I thank you guys for tuning in. I know this was a quick one. If you guys want, I have the other stream going on my channel. You can go there if you want to watch it, to my reaction. So we will see you guys over there, or we'll see you guys for the post-game reaction. But be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. I'll see you in the next one. All right. We'll end that there. All right.